Welcome to the show, y'all. Welcome to the show, y'all. It's the Greg Davis Show. We gon' talk the talk, so get ready. We came to push the call, educating. So just lock that down and keep it steady. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Everything is alright. We're gonna help you get your life. It's the Greg Davis Show.
Welcome to the Greg Davis Show. I'm Greg Davis, and this is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it and send now prosperity. The reason why Lola's not talking is because she's a part of the panel. She is a guest today, so she's not even here. I don't care how she's looking, don't say nothing. We're going to have a great panel today as we continue in these series of programs regarding single ladies. And ask these ladies, you've been watching them, why are they single? Beautiful and single. Why? Is there an issue? Are there some problems? I'm setting it up. Is there some issues, some problems? What's wrong? They don't want to be bothered with the brothers? What we got to do? What a brother got to do? So stay tuned because we're going to talk to our beautiful ladies that are here today. Don't forget to watch us Monday through Saturday right here, 5 p.m. We welcome all of our new viewers. Welcome to the Greg Davis Show and even to this network. In the morning, you can tune in at 8 a.m. to 9:30. Simply download the Greg Davis app and listen to the radio show from 8 to 9:30. Or if you're in Cleveland, Atlantic City, or even Phoenix, you can listen you can help me with this now. You talk for a minute. WEHA?
WEHA 88.7. That's our station in Atlantic City, New Jersey. 8:60 a.m. is Phoenix, Arizona, and Radio 1000 is Cleveland, Ohio. And feel free to download the Lola George app and listen as well.
You do better with the radio station than I do. I don't remember none of them.
Well, that's all right. That's why I'm here.
That's why you're here.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say them in other shows when you weren't here because I don't remember. But those are the stations, and we have to say that because we're in partnership with those stations.
We're in partnership, and we get tremendous support from those markets and everyone that's listening from all across the country. But those are the places that are housing us just for now. But I see enlargement.
See, because we got enlargement right here.
Hey, it's coming.
Y'all just don't know how excited we are for our new viewers. 5 years ago. Five years ago, we embarked upon to do a show that was kind of different at this hour. And 5 years later, God has really expanded our territory. And we want to congratulate Apostle Wayne T. Jackson and Dr. Beverly Jackson for really pioneering the first African-American owned and operated a Christian television network. And I've had many firsts in my life, and I set off Lola seriously to come and get the network off the ground, and sitting in the dream right now.
You know what? And had you not been, and this is something that you always say and you always talk about, and you're a living example of it, had you not supported somebody else's dream, you wouldn't be sitting here right now.
You got to support somebody else's dream, and we thank God. Apostle, thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of your dream that has come to reality, and this is only the beginning of what eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, and nor has it entered the heart of those that love God, what God has in store for them. And these ladies that are here, you've seen them the last couple of days, and I asked them to stay and do this panel of ladies. And first of all, you know Lola George. She's our co-host for our radio show and television show, and she works for the city of Detroit in HR.
Yes.
Yeah, she's a high muckety muck for our city. And then Miss Tretta Bush, she is the lady in stilettos, taking care of everybody's financial business.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then Dr. T, of course, she is the pretty girl world. And these are beautiful ladies that I'm surrounded with, and I'm going to ask each one of them, starting with Dr. T. We heard a little bit of your testimony, but why at this time are you still single?
I just have not met the person that I believe will compliment me in every area. I think for me, I'm not going to settle. And I'm not going to be the type of woman that, you call whenever you just want to call. And I'm seeing just so much stuff. And before I settle, I'll be alone.
Before you settle, you'll be alone.
Absolutely. I just haven't met the one. I don't think I've met the one.
Tretta, Both of y'all, all of y'all, is there a one?
I believe so.
Yes.
I believe there is someone.
Okay.
Someone that
You've never
is
been married?
The one.
I've never been married.
Okay, so you're out of this part of it just for 30 seconds.
Whatever.
The three of us have.
Yes.
So what does that say about the ones we were with? They weren't the one?
I'll say, for me, I married a wonderful man. I married my college sweetheart. I think that in life, along this journey we call life, you get to a fork in the road where sometimes you go in two different directions. And in my situation, God has a destiny for my life, and I will let nothing separate me from my destiny. And some people require more, some people require less. And in my situation, we just came to a fork in the road where we no longer had that common ground or shared that foundation. So I can honestly say that we ended off as friends. So the friendship that we started with, we were able to end with, but the marriage of the relationship.
But you didn't answer the question. He apparently wasn't the one.
He wasn't. He wasn't.
But you thought he was the one.
I thought he was. He was the one for that moment and that time.
Ooh,
He
that
was the one
good.
then, yes. He was the one for that moment and that time, because what he has done, he has set a bar. Him and my father, you know, I talk about my father all the time, but the two of those two men, they have set the bar, because what I will not do is go less than what I had before. Oh no, I'll be
Ooh,
by
that's
myself
good.
before I do that.
Yes.
So you agree with her on the one?
Absolutely.
So then you're not actually looking for the one. You're looking for the one for the next season.
No, but what a conundrum. But what I will
No,
say.
I'm saying because what she just said was he was the one for that time.
Mm-hmm.
So you're looking for a one for the next phase of your life.
For where I'm
Because
going.
there's not one. Is there one?
I don't have the answer to that, but
By the way, when the right one comes.
That was good.
I feel like
I got to do that for my floor director.
I feel like
Is there a right one? Find out in Bishop Greg Davis' new book, When the Right One Comes. Go ahead.
with you and I being brothers and sisters, we talk about everything. We have no secrets. And one of the things that I have always said, what I've been saying to you recently in the area of relationship, I feel like whoever he is, he's a part of the destiny of where I'm going. He's living in that world. He's existing in that world. He's someone that will be able to help nurture and develop me to where I'm going. He's already a part of that, and I just have to catch up to it. I don't think it's anyone in my here and now. That's just my personal opinion.
Okay.
I actually agree with her.
Okay.
I do as well.
You agree?
I do believe that once you find the right person, that person is you're going to elevate one another.
Right.
I believe that there is blessings connected to the union of
Yeah.
two right people that won't manifest until they found one another.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what everybody has been really asking, even on the scopes that we do, is, and it's a very simple question. It's like the same question we asked about how do you know your purpose and all that. But how do you know the one? How do you know what happens? And what I've been answering as a man is that you just know. I mean, I know that sounds, you just know there's a feeling that you have that you want to be with that. We've talked about it on the show. You want to be with that person. You when you're off the phone with them, you want to talk to them, boom, boom, boom. I just think you know.
I've never been married, so
No, I'm
I
saying
haven't
even
had
in
I
dating.
haven't had the experience of going through the process. But I believe that when you find the person that you're supposed to be with, the person that will complement you both spiritually and naturally, I think that it will be easier. The relationship will be easier to forge, and I think that you will find yourself being able to survive normal storms with that person in such a way that you weren't able to do before. Again, I've never been married, so I can't speak to the totality of the process because I've only gone but so far. But I do believe that when I find someone, that I will know that that's the person for me.
Do you ever say, Dr. T, you know, I really need, we talked about this on the show a little bit with you, or either one of you, I need somebody to share this with. Do you ever?
Absolutely. I think
You do?
that.
Oh,
Yes.
Absolutely.
I think that's the only thing I'm
I
missing.
think-
take a picture of this when they all agree.
Yes, I think.
Because a lot of women don't agree with that, though. They be like, I don't need no, I'm all right, I'm good, I'm
Lies.
successful, I got cars,
Those are
I
all
got
lies.
this, but I know
Those are
that
lies.
lie.
You can
Those
have
are
all
lies.
of the material possessions and you can have all of this money, but to have all of that and not have somebody to share it with, I think for me, in a sense, it kind of leaves you a little bit depleted because in our femininity, there is this innate desire to connect.
Come on,
There
say
is
it.
this, there,
Yeah, she started
every real
preaching.
woman, there is this innate desire to just want to connect to a man.
Yeah, 'cause
And I don't
see-
care. I'm a
yeah.
type A personality,
Yeah.
but there's a time when I need to be submissive and
Yeah,
I want
absolutely. Yeah.
to have somebody to
Yes.
share this life with me.
Are you type A because you're forced to be type
No,
A?
innately.
Yeah.
Everything about me
it's a
is orderly and always have been this way. Always.
But do you think, let me switch it then, do you think that you have to take charge more because you don't have that person, that other part of you?
Absolutely not. For me, I've always been, from the time I can remember, 5 years old, just taking initiative and charge.
Born
That's
a
just-
leader.
Right. Naturally born leader.
Okay, I could go another way with that, though.
But
Could
the
that be an
leadership
issue?
doesn't. But the leadership doesn't have to conflict with the relationship.
That's right.
Because you can still be a
once
team
you-
player.
Right.
Absolutely.
And
Once
you- and we know
cross
how to
the
be
threshold-
submissive.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Once you cross the threshold of the home, you're no longer the leader.
Right.
So once I cross the threshold of my home, I'm no longer the leader there. He's the leader there. And so I have to be mature enough in my walk to know that once I come home, I submit. And when I go to work, I lead.
Whew. That
See,
was
these
good. I
good
love that.
sisters.
Yes.
I hear you. I hear you in theory, but isn't that hard to do?
No.
Really?
No, I look forward
because
to the day of being
we-
interdependent. I don't want to be independent and I don't want to be dependent, but I do want to be interdependent. I want to know that I can depend on you just as you should know that you can depend on me. It's very easy for us to transition. The problem is who is going to put in the work to let us know that it's okay to transition.
Yes.
And then you have a body of believers.
Yes.
And when you believe the word and you know the word, you understand. People hate to get caught up in roles where your role and your responsibility, but I'm okay with it because I know as the woman, I am the help me, the help me. So I know he is the head. And I have no problem. And we always go back and forth about that because I have an alpha personality. But
She has a mouth. I can say that.
All
to her.
alpha females.
right.
Yeah.
But when
But what do you
faced-
do about that, though? Because
Do
that's
about the
an
what?
issue. The mouth part.
the
about-
mouth is, you know how to keep that mouth. We know how to tame that mouth. We know how.
Truth be told, we do.
We do.
We do.
When
we
you
do.
want to.
Yes.
Yes.
When we find safety in controlling
Yes,
it, we will control it.
Yes,
That's good.
When,
So you
when
don't
we
control-
find when the
we
right
find
one
safety.
comes, put the book up.
But you go.
Put the book up.
mouth will be
Put the
shut.
book up. When the right one comes, we will shut our mouth.
Oh, Paris, get that one.
good.
When the right one comes, but he won't stick around.
Yeah.
I mean, no,
That's
he
not
won't.
true.
No, he won't.
That's not
No, he
true.
won't. No, he won't.
But
No, he
we're
won't.
not going to
I'm
put
a
our
man.
mouth on the right one
I'm a
the
man.
same way
right,
we
right.
would the wrong one.
Right.
Come
we
on.
wouldn't. I'm telling you, we wouldn't.
We're not going to put our
We
mouth on the
wouldn't.
right one the same way we would the
You-
wrong one.
you won't.
There's going
You
to be
won't.
something in us that says
Say,
no,
oh,
ma'am.
don't do that
Not
one
this
like that. Yeah, we got the little voice too. Yes, it speaks to us.
I'll be right back. We're out. I'm over. They got me. Bye. Hey, I'm Greg Davis, and over 3 years ago, I started posting tweets and posts on When the Right One Comes. Well, I tried to stop, but they wouldn't let me stop. So everybody's been asking me to write a book, When the Right One Comes. So I've taken all of my collections of When the Right One Comes, and I'm putting them in one book. You can pre-order the book right now by going to Greg Davis Show at gmail.com. That's Greg Davis Show at gmail.com. Order now, When the Right One Comes.
How I Did It. Pick up this life-changing book today by Bishop Greg Davis.
Bishop Davis shares his amazing story of dramatic weight loss,
Overcoming Diabetes,
and his new journey to healthy living without surgery, dieting, or medication.
How I Did It. An incredible weight loss story captured in less than 50
It
pages.
tells the bishop's testimony of his lifestyle change after being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in April 2010.
In less than 8 months, he lost over 80 pounds and was completely healed of diabetes.
To date, he has lost over 110 pounds and feels phenomenal.
How I Did It by Bishop Davis.
A personal testimony requested by people all over the country.
He did it, and so can you. Order your copy now.
On Amazon.com.
Or send a seed of $25, which includes shipping and handling too.
Greg Davis Ministry, P.O. Box 44072, Detroit, Michigan 48244.
That's Greg Davis Ministry, P.O. Box 44072, Detroit, Michigan 48244.
I am never speechless. If you're just tuning in, we got Treda Bush, we got Dr. Tamar Talver, and we got Trader Joe here. Lola George, this is her last show. Get my book, y'all, When the Right One Comes, from a male perspective of what I went through from women like this. Go get my book, GregDavisShow.com. We were talking, When the Right One Comes. So what y'all telling me is, here's what y'all telling me, that when he comes, you will know how to bring that down.
I think people, and I'm not going to put this on female or male, people will push the envelope as close to the edge to see how far they can go.
Absolutely.
And you allow people to set their own boundaries in your life. And men and women alike, we set the tone for the relationship. So you say we have mouths, well, that's because he's allowed it. Because a man will shut it down. Like you said, he's not going to have
Yeah, but I don't believe a man has to say shut up.
No, absolutely not.
Don't tell
No,
me
I don't want to.
I will shut up forever.
No. I'm saying I don't want us to confuse that. That's what y'all saying.
No, I'm not
so
saying that.
So what is it then? I'm saying.
No.
What is it? Go ahead.
He can, because the female, he can just be like, you know what, and just a little, you know what, he'd be like, you know what, okay.
Yes.
All right, babe. Okay.
And sometimes alpha females, we need somebody to kind of put us in our place.
Yes.
So when the right one does come and he knows how to put you in your place without being
somebody here from the women.
then you kind of like, ooh, I ain't never had this before.
Right, you be like, what you want to eat?
He also brings a certain energy to the environment, a certain energy that forces you to think twice before you talk to him like that to begin with.
Absolutely, yes.
Because I'm thinking, my grandfather was about 6-something. My grandmother, she was like 5'4", whatever, and she'd go to talk with and he'd say something at the right time with the right voice. And my grandfather was a very soft-spoken guy, but she knew when.
Absolutely.
To bring
It doesn't
it
take
in.
much. It doesn't take much.
Absolutely.
We know.
Now I think about it, he knew when to go to the car and sit because she was doing all this. He really was allowing her, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because it was more, I mean, it was
not a
more
big
easier.
deal.
It wasn't
Right.
a big deal.
But let me say this, my ex-husband, and ask Paula this, Paula's my best friend. My ex-husband knew how to get me together without saying a word. He would just look at me like, really? And I'd be like, okay, let me chill out.
Let me call my girl.
I guess I just don't understand why should it take all that? Why can't you do it anyway?
Well,
Because you don't want to give. Now, I want to ask one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why should you have to? Why should a man have to go through all that? It's like games.
Well, sometimes it's just innate, our behaviors. And sometimes it's, we do need a little taming.
So you admit that you need
Yes.
to be, you need to
And
be
And it's a male-female interaction.
Yeah.
There's always going to be those moments. There are going to be moments where you're learning, and there are going to be moments where you're doing things because you know you can do it, and then there are going to be moments where passion just takes over, and you kind of find yourself in a place, and somebody has to say, hold up.
you don't like a whole bunch of talking, though. That's just you.
So
Some
when
men
the
like
right
it.
one comes for you, she needs to be mute and probably deaf.
That's not true. That's not true. No, that's not true. That's not true. Because I invite an intelligent woman
Yeah.
that has intelligent interaction.
Yeah.
Okay.
And most that know me,
Yeah.
when the right one comes, I know how to go. I think women have this thing. I want y'all to listen because you ain't gonna get this much credit. I think women have this thing that complete us, that when we are getting ready to make stupid mistakes, that a woman will say, yeah, you might need to look at that, you know, you might need, and I listen to that. I welcome an intelligent woman's.
Keyword, say it again.
Just like y'all say what y'all just said, I'm being serious. I welcome an intelligent woman's advice, and I'll listen. I think it's like Tretta just said, it's an interaction thing, but you can't be talking out of the side of your mouth.
Yeah, that's the part I'm saying you don't do.
Yeah, I don't do side of the mouth talking. And then you ain't got that side of the mouth that makes me go somewhere. But anyway,
you don't do well with
it ain't
that.
about me right now. What's that on for?
I just said okay.
Do you understand the side of the mouth talking?
Yes, I understand what you're saying.
But what?
I absolutely understand what you're saying, but I think that you should be a little bit more open to other people's behaviors. I mean, everybody is different, and some women, we have a little bit feisty nature, you know?
I don't have a problem with feisty.
On the couch, doctor. Put you on the couch.
Greg Davis show. I think I put her on the couch. I get what you're saying, but I think here's what I think, and y'all can attack me. I think some women put on feisty as a mechanism, a defense mechanism.
Yes.
Good times.
I do.
For sure.
No, y'all agree with that?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And then there's sometimes where women have been hurt and done wrong,
That's what
and
I'm
they
saying.
haven't
That's what I'm saying.
healed from the hurt of the past.
Yeah.
And they're carrying all of these bags. My sister Erica Badu say bag lady. They're carrying these bags into these various
It's a
relationships.
Christian network.
She loves God. And
You don't love God?
what's wrong with you? They carry these bags, and so when they do come across a man that's respectful, that's willing to honor them and treat them, they don't even know how to respond to it because it's been so long, or they're still damaged.
I heard somebody say that. That's
They
true.
don't know how to respond, and that's a sad indictment.
And to offer a third alternative, you have those women who grew up in situations that taught them that this is how you behave when you're
Model
in a relationship.
behaviors.
And so it's not necessarily that they're hurt, it's just habitual. It's generational.
Yeah.
My mother behaved this way, her mother behaved this way, I'm going to behave this way, not because I choose to, but because that's what I know. That's all I know.
So it's what they've seen.
Could be environmental influences, absolutely, or model behaviors.
But mama could have had a reason why she was acting that way, that the child didn't see the way that she was being treated by the father.
As a mother, I can say it's not what you say, it's what you do that the children are going to pick up on.
Got you.
So I can tell you that you're supposed to speak respectfully to your spouse, but if what I'm showing you is that you can talk out of the side of your neck, 9 times out of 10, my daughter's going to talk out of the side of her neck.
How many men are intimidated by you?
Oh, the number of count, I can't count. You know, and I wasn't saying that from a place of narcissism.
No.
I was not saying.
I love it.
I love it.
Be transparent, Doctor.
I was saying that sometimes when you are a woman who is extremely confident in yourself and you are successful and you're an entrepreneur and you're on the rise and you know you kind of have things together, some men, they are intimidated by that. And some men don't necessarily like a woman that is strong. I have a very strong personality, and you know it will take someone who's able, you know, not to feel intimidated by that to say, you know what, let's walk together, as opposed to feeling like there's competition. Because sometimes if a man is connected or closely connected to a woman relationally that is successful or on the rise or what have you, he can become intimidated and feel less than, and it becomes a competition as opposed to, you know, a team.
You want to add to it?
No.
Let me ask all three of you this. Simple yes or no. You can add a little bit to it if you want to, because we got about 5 minutes. Would you date someone or marry someone that makes less than you?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
But not let me say this, not significantly less. Let me say that.
Ideally, I think I speak for most women when I say ideally, we would like a man that's in a position where he can provide in a traditional sense, which means that he makes more than we do. However, statistically, I think the last statistic I read, it was 5 women to 1 male in college. So the reality is there's going to come a time, and we're already transitioning to a space where the female is going to become the breadwinner, but that does not change the dynamic of how a relationship relationship should operate, a godly relationship should operate. He still remains the head, regardless of whether I bring home the larger check or not.
And you're okay with him being the head over your larger check?
Yes.
I'm gonna
This
be
is
honest.
TV. This
Right.
ain't-
I
this
don't
is-
want to. That's not.
Well,
that doesn't-
yeah, because
I
we've had
agree
this
with Lola.
conversation.
Yeah, you've asked the
The
question.
average
I
woman
agree.
does not.
Yeah, I don't
I
want
agree
to.
with Lola.
That's not.
The average woman does not.
But would you? Now, would you?
I would.
If the right one comes, would you?
I would, but again, I prefer.
Oh, she said that's so humble. She's like, oh God.
Wait, please don't.
Louboutins and-
Yes.
But I think that relationship from start would probably have some challenges.
Yeah.
And
He would have to make some really intentional effort to make himself known and his ability to be what I need him to be, other than a provider, known.
And I base my answer on his ability to earn. And what I'm saying, if you are
Earning potential.
yeah, earning potential. Yeah.
You have
if,
earning
if you're if you're complacent and comfortable with lack, I know that that's not going to work for me.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. Amen.
Absolutely.
Amen,
That's not
Bishop.
going to work for
Absolutely.
me because
You sound like you've been a witness.
because I know how hard
That
I
was
work.
personal. That really was.
Right. I know how hard I work to achieve the things that I want to do in life. And if I see the great in you and you're comfortable with complacency, that's gonna drive me crazy, because I'm out here busting my tail every day to try to achieve something, and you're comfortable, and I see the greatness in you. I want to see you achieve your dreams. I want to see you go after those things. So I know that's not gonna work for me. Now, if you're working at your potential and you just happen to have a profession that's not going to pay you as much as mine, then that's something completely different. I have no problem with that. But if you're underachieving, I'm going to have an issue with that.
That's good.
That's a great
I agree.
explanation.
Absolutely.
You want to add to it?
Oh, shit. I think she
That's it.
covered all bases. That was great.
Okay.
Thank you, Doctor.
So he got to at least have earning potential.
Yes.
We got about 2 minutes. I'm going to let everybody close with 30 seconds. If you want to say whatever you want to say as far as being a single successful woman. Closing.
Well, I will say this. I think for every woman wants to feel that she is safe in a relationship. She wants to feel that she is accepted, and that no matter what capacity she walks in, whether it's an entrepreneur, CEO, 9 to 5, that she's compatible and that this man is receptive to all that she has to bring to the table. No woman wants to feel less than, or I'll call you back and you don't hear him for a couple days. But I know I can only speak for myself. I just want someone who compliments me and that can accept everything it is that I bring to the table.
Treader.
I agree with what Dr. Tamara said, and I also think that as strong women, we tend to become prey. And by that I mean men want to conquer us. They want to break her because she's so strong. They want to show her what it's like to be under a man. Approach us with respect. Approach us with the desire to add a covering, not to change us. And I think that would be a great start.
You got the last word and he closes out.
All right. I have what I call the 4 Ps. I want you to be able to pray for me. I want you to be able to provide for me, protect me, and please me.
Hey.
But most importantly, I want us to be able to compliment each other.
Yes.
And I'm not looking for this to be one-sided. Everything that I'm asking you to do, I need to be able to do for you as well. And I think that's where people sometimes struggle, where they look for selfish means and selfish needs. So if you're asking a man for something, give that back to him. So I say, you know what, let's pray for one another. This has been the Greg Davis Show with the beautiful ladies. We out. See ya. Get the book.